the Big Brother Talk Show at CBS.com. I'm your host, Gretchen Massey.
And I'm Bunky, and we'd love to take your calls right now at 323-CBS-1000, which is
323-227-1000. Okay, and boy, start calling now. Please be patient. The lines are on fire because not only is it Friday and we have the most recently evicted all-star from the Big Brother house, we have one of the most popular,
yes,
one of the most loved, voted in by America here on the show today. I know you're dying to see him. I know you want to talk to him. But first, let's watch a clip from last night's show when King Kaysar left the game. Let's watch this first, and then we'll come back with you. That is the only man who has left the Big Brother house 3 times, people. That in itself, Kaysar, says something, I think, about you, how much people like you and respond to you.
Well, they like me outside the house, and they hate me in the house. So I can't win.
Well, if they hate you in the house, it's because you're a threat and you're a great player. And I think you're a nice guy, too. I don't recall him saying anything negative or mean-spirited about anybody in the house.
No, and that's why our man here keeps having to leave. This is a mean game, and I think, Kaysar, you definitely try to play it a different way, where it appears, and I believe you've said, you are not willing to compromise certain aspects of your character, which I think we see a lot of other people doing.
I just can't. I mean, as much as I wanted to this time around, because people were like kind of telling me, like, you got to come out more fierce, you got to lie, you got to betray, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And the second I had the opportunity to betray somebody, I'm like, I can't.
I can't.
And, you know, I had plenty of opportunities to betray Janelle and Howie and even James, but I didn't take them.
Right. Do you have any regrets about that, or are you happy that you did what you had to do and you didn't compromise?
Absolutely not. I have no regrets. I mean, I was myself.
Yeah.
And so how can you regret that?
Do you feel you made any mistakes in your strategy and your decisions, looking back, hindsight?
I could have probably persuaded Janelle to vote out Will instead of, or Boogie.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you? Why you were a little in favor of Chilltown? What was that all about?
The reason being was I knew that we were a big target as the Season 6 Alliance. I knew that people were gunning for us eventually. If not then, if they were definitely in the beginning, things subsided a little bit, and then they were going to be, that was going to be an issue eventually again. And so we wanted to create another target. That was the reason we kept Chilltown. Not because there was this mass hysteria that we had a special deal going on with them. It was because we needed another target.
The target being the floaters.
Being Chilltown. Keeping them in the game.
Well, we were the target, and we needed another target, Chilltown.
I see.
Because otherwise the floaters were just going to wait until we did all the dirty work, and then they were going to come after us.
Come after you guys, right. So it's a bit of a distraction having Chilltown there.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to take our first call of the day. Let's go to Canada and talk to Andrew. Have you got a question for Kaysar?
Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Bunky.
Hi.
Bunky, congratulations to making it all the way through the summer, because Marcellus is stuck in sequester.
He is. I know. This was Marcellus's last week to get out and reclaim his chair, and it didn't happen.
But nothing is for sure in show business, so we don't know if I'll be here next week or not. You'll just have to tune in and watch. But thank you. Do you have a question for Kaysar?
Yeah, hi, Kaysar. You're probably my favorite one from Season 6 and 7.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it.
My question is, Janelle said in the diary room that she couldn't pick you to play in the veto because you wouldn't promise her that you would take her off. But how come you said that? Because had you won the veto, you could have taken Janelle off. You would have both been safe. Danielle couldn't put Howie up because of her word unless she broke it. And then
see, the thing is
James versus Marcellus.
Right, exactly. Well, the thing is, that's what the plan was. In theory, we wanted to basically save everyone. There was this feeling from last season that James was the low man on the totem pole, and I did not want James to feel like there was a bias in the group. I did so much to basically assure James that we were all a team. It was a team thing. I was not going to choose one person over the other, and that was it. You know, and I'm like, look, let's pull everyone into the room. Let's discuss this. Who do you want me to play for? I want to be as transparent as possible. There's no secret deals. There's no agendas. And that's the way we were going to play the game. And that's why I kind of like freaks me out that they would still, James would still go and say, I feel like I was cheated and I would feel like I wasn't part of the group. Hell, what else? What do you want from me? I mean, I didn't play for the veto because I wanted to make sure you didn't feel left out. I put my ass on the line.
Yeah.
And so that was it. That was it. I didn't play because I couldn't promise Janelle, and Janelle knew that. I wanted to be fair. I wanted to be unbiased.
Out of the Season 6 alliance, which house guest were you the most loyal to? Or thinking in terms of the future, who would you have liked to have paired up with?
Oh, man, it would have been tough. I was trying to be as unbiased as possible. I knew Janelle was a bigger target. I knew she wasn't going to last, in which case I was going to pair up with James.
Wow, we didn't see that. We didn't see that relationship
See, you
develop.
and James, that would have been a good, strong
He never gave it a chance. He had like 1 foot out, before he would even give the group a chance. I was like, just hold on, be loyal, give it a chance, stick it out. Yeah. We all have differing opinions, and that's a healthy thing.
Right.
We all have, we're going to have our fighting matches, and that's okay, just vent, and, we're going to do our thing. But it was always like, he always had something to say about somebody, and I was like, calm down, It's okay.
And that's exactly what happened. James got upset because Janelle did not get rid of somebody from Chilltown, and now James declared war against Janelle, and you were the casualty of that.
Yeah, I know, which is unfortunate and happens so often in this game because you were not the goal of anybody this week to leave.
Innocent bystander.
I mean, really and truly, it did play out that way. Yeah. I have some questions for you, Kaysar, that came from Real Networks. Now, if anybody doesn't have the 24/7 live feeds, not only is that where the real show happens, but this is another perk. We have a Super Pass question of the week because the lines do get jammed, and you can email through Real Networks. They pick the questions, send them over to us, and we will ask them for you. So, this comes from Carolyn. Carolyn who, I don't know, but you know. It says, Kaysar, I think you are the best house guest ever with the way you try to be honest and real with everyone. What would you have done differently if you had known the way James was betraying you? I know we were sort of already, we're on that subject. So if you knew he was betraying you.
The thing is, I did my best. I knew he was going to defect. I knew he had tendencies. I knew where he would go if he was to defect. I called it like first week. And so we tried to be as good to him as possible. That tactic obviously didn't work. We would have, if I somehow had some sort of crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Obviously, I would have evicted him.
Oh. You would have gone after him.
Well, what choice do we have?
Exactly.
I mean,
you're either with us or against us.
Exactly. I mean, there's a clear enemy, and you can always deal with the clear enemy. It's the one that's going to stab you in the back that you can't really defend yourself against.
Right. And, you know, I got to say, we tried. We tried shouting at the TV, shouting at the feeds. We did. I mean, I know I was at my computer some days going, Kaysar, you have no idea what he's doing. Get him out of there. But my messages did not get through.
I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, look, we're going to fix what happened last year. We want to fix it. And in the end, it didn't matter.
I love your strategy. I mean, he's a nice guy. He's a team player.
That's why everybody loves him.
He's like a project team leader, and I can totally work with that. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, that's why all of your strategies, I think, are great life strategies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the world. You're going to be fantastic. In the game, a bunch of liars and weirdos. Bunch of liars and weirdos. What do you do?
What do you do?
They're crazy. Okay, the second question. Do you regret that Season 6 Alliance didn't go after Chilltown first, from Terry? Do you, in hindsight, think that you needed that extra target?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was done deliberately. We wanted another target in the house, and hopefully it would have been a distraction. If there were people always crying about how they don't have an alliance, well, eventually, you know, we would have been the only alliance, and we would have been in the hot seat week after week. We wanted to create a distraction, and that's what Chilltown was. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Canada again. We're going to talk to the States, too, today, I promise. But first, we just want to talk to Fariha from Canada. Have you got a question?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Salam, Kaysar. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, it's your birthday yesterday. You got evicted on his
On my birthday. These people are so cruel to me. I can't believe I can't take it anymore.
I was so upset to see you go last night. You were one of my most favorite of all.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I have a really quick question for you.
Okay.
You played the game most honestly, respectfully, and the most cleanest. That's how you played it last year to you. Do you think if you played it a little different by aligning with Chilltown and doing what Chilltown did, like lying to people in their faces and telling them what they want to hear, do you think you could have made it far in the game?
No, because people would have seen right through me. I'm not a good liar. That's not me. I would have had to basically put on an act, and it wouldn't have been a good act. You have to be yourself. If you're a liar, be the liar.
That's true.
I agree. I'm a terrible liar, and I get all confused about who I said what to, and what did I say to you? Oh,
I know.
I'm no good at it.
And it's easier said than done. And what everybody is doing, myself included, is we are completely the Monday morning quarterbacks here.
I admit it. I
you know,
totally
it's
admit
easy to sit outside, and I've called myself on this before because when I watch the game, I love to say and brag that how I would play like Will, I would do this, but that is, I mean, it really is a lie because I think you're right. You have to be who you are. And I don't think that I could lie like that. I kind of wish I could, even though I know it's a bad, negative thing to lie. But you see the liars sometimes being rewarded, and it's difficult to try to find your own way, I think, in a game like that where...
This is their game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely their game.
Yeah. In Alabama, Susan, you're on House Calls, the Big Brother talk show.
Hi.
Hey, Susan.
How are you, Kaysar?
Very good. How are you?
I miss you already.
I'm still here.
But I am glad you're out of the snake pit, and I just had a quick comment, then I have a question for you.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear that you don't have any regrets about going because you've touched a lot of people's lives, and I thank you for being a part of our lives.
Oh, that's so
You're very welcome, Susan.
The
My
look
pleasure.
on your face last night was heartbreaking, though, when Julie told you about James and everything. And anyway, I just wanted to thank you for that, and I'm getting a little choked up here because you really do mean a whole lot to us.
Thank you.
Anyway, and I wish you lots of love, happiness, and success in your life.
I'm getting the chills here.
Wow.
Thank you, Susan.
Susan, did you also have a question?
I did. I had a quick question. Now, if you had to choose from the remaining house guests, who would be the two you would like to least see make it to the end?
The least.
Least,
The
okay.
least.
Thanks, Susan.
Ooh. Well, it's still, here's the thing. It's the halfway point, and this is when people start to gain some courage, and this is when they make their moves. I don't want to say who I don't want to see in the end because you never know. I mean, Chicken George might surprise us.
No, but who do you not
like
want
Chicken
to?
George.
Who do you not want to win money? It's an easy question. Chilltown.
Well, you know, okay. Here's the thing: people don't want Chilltown to win because
Who do you not want to win? The last two. Who do you not want to win money?
I can't. I don't want someone who hasn't played the game.
Who's that? Come on, you got nothing to lose. Tell us.
Hey, right now at this point in time, Erika hasn't done anything,
And
Chicken George.
wow, not James.
Not deserving to win.
The thing is, look,
At least
if you're
James-
going to be a douchebag, then be a douchebag.
I don't think we can say that.
Oh, we
just did
can.
twice.
Oh,
We just did twice.
So here's the thing. No, I mean, look, if you're gonna lie, cheat, steal, and backstab, then do it.
Right.
And do it well.
But you don't think Erika and George have a strategy, and this is their strategy, and this is their way of playing the game, and you don't
Well,
respect that?
The thing is, they need. I don't know if they're. Here's the thing. It's like when you go to them and say, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And they're like, I don't know.
They don't want to come.
I know.
We'll see.
I know. It was very wishy-washy watching
Yeah.
those clips with you talking to both Erika and Chicken George.
Right.
Chicken George definitely doesn't like to commit to anything. It seems like
Right.
he's like, I'm going to, Kaysar, I like you.
Right.
I can't tell you what I'm going to do.
Right.
Well, I don't really know what I'm going to do.
Right,
But I like
exactly.
you. You know, like, that truly is his response to everything.
You're not so bad.
You're not so bad.
So that's it. That's it. It's
hard to work with
This
these
is
people.
all stars. I mean, there's some big personalities. We want to see them.
Yeah.
Come out. You know, guns blazing.
All right, you now have a fan on the line calling from Israel. Let's talk to Michelle. Michelle, welcome to House Calls. You're on with Kaysar.
Hi, Kaysar.
Hi,
I
Michelle.
just wanted to tell you you've been one of my favorites. I was watching last year and this year, and I just almost cried when you left yesterday on your birthday.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know, what have you been thinking about the news? What's going on over here? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I think it was the day before the eviction. We had some questions funneled into the DR, and one of the questions was, what do you want to know? Besides, obviously, about your family, which they can't discuss, what do you want to know? And I said, you know, one of the most devastating things is to hear something catastrophic going on in the world, be it a natural disaster or some sort of new war. No one wants to see that. I'm speechless. I can't. I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see it. I hope, if there's anyone that cares out there, I hope they would put a stop to this. Enough. We can't lose any more innocent people. You know, we got to stop the senseless violence. And that's, you know, part of, you know, as sappy as it sounds, part of the reason I'm on this show to begin with, it's just sort of a medium, you know, to talk to people, live your life, and actually, you know, like Susan, who just came on a second ago, it actually touches people's lives. People get it, you know, we're all people here. We're different, we do our own thing, but you know what? It's people in different parts of the world, and now we got people calling from Israel that actually want to talk about stuff.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you know what? Stop the war. Let's talk. Let's you know, we got to come to terms with what's going on in this world, and you know, let's put our egos to rest and stop killing each other.
How much of a responsibility did you feel going into the house? Because it's definitely been said before, and even by your own family. There was a nice segment where your family was interviewed to sort of give us a little more background about your daily life and your beliefs and how they feel about you. Yeah. And they definitely said that you were going in as a representative. How much of that did you feel? Were you just Kaysar the guy living in the OC?
Yeah.
Or did you have a bigger, you know, burden on your shoulders?
My thing was, I did not want to be the representative. I am not going to come out as like this self-proclaimed leader. I didn't want to be this guy who's going to be like, going to say, like, this is how it is, this is how we all are. It's not like that. It's going to be working against the cause. Yeah. I'm me. I make mistakes. I don't know everything. But you know what? If I can just give you a tiny glimpse as to who I am, and maybe you can sort of, you know, maybe that can break down the stereotypes. Maybe that can do something. And if I can just touch a handful of people, we're okay.
No, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I do think that the biggest way to start breaking down walls and barriers is to put individual experiences on these things where so many people first make blanket statements. Right. And once you can meet one person, have an individual exchange, that's why dialogue, I think, and exchange is so key in any sort of harmony, if we're ever going to have any sort of harmony. I agree. Because once you do meet someone, I don't care how different everybody is, you always find, I'm convinced, more similarities in the human experience than separators.
Exactly. It's when you don't talk, you start coming up with all sorts of things as to why to hate that person, why not to ever hang out with them, why not even talk to them. You build up that wall, but the communication naturally breaks down those walls, and I think we just need to talk about things. Yeah,
and I think it's great that people have been so responsive to you and want you back there in the house, because despite what happens with the actual game, it is great. I think everything you just said. Everything you just said is great. I'm not going to sit here and repeat everything you just said. Why? So I can sound great?
Let's make some more calls.
Let me say what Kaysar said. Close up, please. I want to sound great now. Okay, we're actually going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. And we'll lighten it up a bit for you. So, 323-CBS 1000 to get on the air with Kaysar, who, remember, not just a representative of his people, he's just the sexy dude from the OC that everybody loves. If you want to talk to this man, stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to House Calls, the Big Brother talk show. Today you are talking to Gretchen, Bunky, and Kaysar at 323-CBS 1000.
Can I get a what up, Kaysar?
What up, Kaysar?
Thank you.
That is fun to do. It really is fun to do.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's go to Pennsylvania. Tammy, have you got a question?
Oh, yes. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Kaysar.
Hey, Tammy.
Hey, I think you're great. I'm going to say that right off the bat. But I have to say, you have to know, Janelle is as bad as lying as James.
Yes.
You know that?
I'm sorry.
Say it again. Say it louder.
Janelle is a liar, as is James. Do you know that? That's what I'm saying.
You know, I knew...
Janelle is the reason why you're out, not James.
Janelle. I know Janelle plays for herself, as does everyone. And it was important to pretty much make sure that everyone's happy to sort of make sure everyone's working together. You know, when someone's unhappy, they're going to go do their own thing. I knew Janelle was doing her own thing. I knew she was working her agenda, as was James, as was everyone else. I'm not that naive. I know people think I'm naive, and I am a nice guy, but I know what's going on. But you can only work with what you're given, and I knew what was going on. I knew it. I know.
Yeah, he knew. All right, Kanisha in Oklahoma, you're on House Calls.
Hey, Kaysar.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Thank you.
Actually, I wanted to say, now that Janelle is on head of household, I think that she's probably going to help you out. She's probably going to either get James or Danielle out for trying to get her, for trying to get you, really. Because I think that she really liked you. She might have lied a bit and tried to go against you, but, you know, I really think that she liked you and you were a friend.
Well, I think, you know, I do believe that James liked me as well. James was definitely a friend of mine, as was Janelle. They just didn't get along. And we'll have to see what happens. I mean, it's their game now. I'm no longer in that house. So essentially they're going to play for themselves.
Yeah, and honestly, once you're out of the house, do you really care? You know what I mean? Like, like in terms of they're going to get them for you because so-and-so. Are you still invested because you spent so much time?
You're not on the jury.
Or are you like, done, vote out whoever you want?
Well, there's still that sense of loyalty, and sometimes you want to seek vengeance.
Right.
But, you know, that quickly fades because you are being attacked constantly. So it's survival of the fittest. And so you're not really thinking about, I still need to seek vengeance against what happened to Kaysar. You're thinking about, crap, there's like the whole house is against me right now.
Right, right.
Diane said being evicted was a luxury. How do you feel about being evicted now that you're out?
Man, it's definitely, you know, I can definitely breathe a sigh of relief. It was getting really stressful. And
harder than season 6? Harder this time?
It was different. I mean, season 6 was personal. People were attacking each other, and there was like this animosity.
Right.
This time around, it's not so much the animosity. It's just like, oh man, it's like, it really is. I mean, people called it was going to be a bloodbath, and there is so much going on in there that you want to trust people, and you can't trust them, but you don't know what's going on, and that really makes you tired.
Exhausting, huh?
It's very exhausting. And so it's like, I just need a break.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can't get away from it. And that sometimes, like, so yeah, I'm glad I'm out. And you know what? It was getting worse and worse. More lying, more backstabbing, more deceit. And that just means it's going to be harder for me. Are
you happy that you've escaped sequester? Or did you want to go to sequester?
My thing is either try to make it to the end or get out.
Or get out.
So this is second best, getting out before sequester.
Yeah.
Being stuck sequestered with those other losers that are bitter and you have to live with them for another month or two, right?
And you know what? I hear they drink a lot in the sequester house. And that's not my thing. I don't drink.
You don't drink? Wow, you don't drink? Marcellus doesn't drink?
I
don't drink.
So,
how bizarre.
Just Boogie up in there.
Just Boogie.
It's up to him to pound it all.
Right.
Scotch.
You just sit back and laugh, point fingers.
Natasha from Illinois, you are on House Calls.
Hey, Gretchen. Hey, Bunky.
Hi.
Hey, sir.
Hey, Natasha.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
All right, my question is, what do you think about James' secret alliance with Chilltown and Danielle, his words against Janelle in the diary room, and what will you say to him after BB7 is over?
I think his words to Janelle were a bit harsh.
Fat bitch, were those the words?
Somebody called her that. I don't know if that was him. He, though, said stupid. He called her stupid a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know if that was just for camera time. I didn't know if he was trying to be extra abrasive because that was the cool thing to do. I don't know.
He looked angry.
He was angry a lot of the times. But, you know, he was like, he would get angry and then you'd go and press the button and start yelling. And that was his...
Pressing the button is going into the diary room.
Yeah, he would go in the diary room. And pretty much it's like, it's time for me to yell. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's like, wait for a happy moment or something next time.
Right? Before you go and press the button to show them one other side of you.
Yeah, exactly.
We did see a lot of angry James.
Yeah, we did.
We did. I mean, and I know he wins competitions, and he's definitely a good player. But he's an angry dude. His temper seems to flare. I'll say that.
It did. It definitely did. And he definitely chose those times to go express himself.
Right.
So that was done on purpose.
Right.
Yeah. As far as what do I think about James? Am I disappointed? Yeah, I kind of am.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so last night's episode had some other fantastic things in it, and we want to take a look at a clip from last night's episode. How shocked were you guys when you started seeing the faces of former house guests?
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, it was just like this hazy thing, and I was like, Cappy, no, Bunky, no, Cappy. No.
That's okay. Janelle called and said, "Oh, that's Jace. I recognize the hair."
Yes, that's what they said about Bunky at one point. Let's watch that clip really quickly, and we'll come back with more Kaysar and more calls.
Disturbing sighting.
That was
Bunky,
fun.
yeah.
That was a lot of fun to do. It was fun to spook you guys.
It was very interesting. I mean, we were like walking around, and it's like, there's a face. I mean,
Like, were you scared? Or you never actually saw someone's face in the mirror?
I did.
You did. Okay.
yeah, I saw Eric, I think.
You saw Erika?
Yeah, I was walking, and I saw Eric, and he was like,
Eric.
I was like, what the hell?
Did it startle you? You were
Well,
like,
he was trying to be like the tough guy. And
Yeah.
He was flexing, and he was like lunging at me, and I was like, "You're behind the wall."
unlike Boogie, who was like, ah! And
Yeah, I
pushing
know.
the women out of the way.
I saw a clip of that. Yeah.
That was great, because he screamed like a little girl, and he did push past the women, just elbowing them, like, ah!
Out of my way, bitches! Bunky's coming after me. I'm scared of him.
I thought that would be great. I love the fact that they did that, and because I know for me, I startle easily, and I loved Janelle's reaction.
Oh, my
when
God.
She screamed.
And
That's
kicking
how I
and
would've-
screaming.
I definitely.
It was so much
Yeah.
fun because we got to go behind the walls of the Big Brother house. And so we were trying to set stuff up like, who should we get? They were like, Bunky, we want you to get Boogie, you know? And so we were like following Boogie, like in between the walls, but it was like a rat's maze. Where is he now? Where is he now? You know, and we had to make sure that they had the camera angles. It was a lot to it to get the camera angles from both sides, see my reflection in the mirror, get Boogie's reflection or image and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. It took hours and hours to do that.
Really?
Oh, unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's definitely a lot of fun to scare you guys. And like the spider and everything, I wasn't scared of picking up a real spider because I'm tough. I'm not scared of those hairy spiders.
Even though it was a fake one.
Don't tell them that. Now it's the
It's not
illusion
like
of
I have
show
any behind-the-scenes
business.
knowledge. I just watched the TV like everybody else, and I was like,
Didn't
that
look
spider
real?
is not moving.
The spider wasn't moving.
It was just like, you know.
Flops.
But still, you know.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Now, did you name the hairy spider Bunky? Who was it? Were you a part of that?
Janelle.
It was Janelle doing it? Were you involved in? She said name
No.
them?
Yeah, she said that one's Bunky because it's hairy.
That fat bitch.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Next caller.
In Colorado. Let's talk to Elizabeth. You're on House Calls, the Big Brother talk show.
Hey, what up, Kaysar?
Hey, Elizabeth. What up?
One of my all-time favorite house guests ever.
Thank you.
Hey, I watch the live feeds a lot, and I love to watch when you and Janelle kind of talk to each other. It's so great to see you two together. I saw her a couple times talking to you about possibly having a girlfriend, and you kind of never wanted to talk about it, so I guess all your female fans would probably like to know if you have a girlfriend.
You know, what happened was there was a point where, like, the girls were kind of, like, always on my case, so I needed to throw them off, so I was like, look, I have a girlfriend.
Oh, but is that not true?
Do you really don't have a girlfriend?
I don't, no.
You have a boyfriend?
No boyfriend either.
Damn.
But Kaysar,
We never get the cute ones.
So, yeah, so
still on the
see,
market.
I did lie.
Oh, there you go, folks. He lied.
I can hang with the rest of them. It's a Big Brother, baby.
All stars, baby.
All stars, I'm gonna lie.
But you lied to spare people's feelings. You were still good when you lied, actually. You lied just to spare their feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
So you wouldn't have to say, look, this is probably not going to
like,
happen.
Listen. It's going to be okay.
But the good news is, the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, he is available. And that's all we need to say. So.
This came up last year. People, I mean, definitely, I knew that question would happen today.
Of course.
And I know there's a lot of other people who were going to ask that question. Now it's been answered because people just fall in love with you, Kaysar.
You're very sweet and you're very handsome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm just waiting for the right person.
What would the right woman be for you?
He said person.
Right woman.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. You're right.
I thought it was understood.
I shouldn't make these heterosexual assumptions.
Thank you.
I like
such a straight world.
I was waiting. I'm waiting for the right woman.
Okay, there we go. Cleared.
Do we have to discuss?
It's okay.
Okay, thanks, Bunky. All right. Hey, relax. Jeez.
Relax.
Oh, man. Okay.
Aren't you glad you're not in the house with me?
I already had Marcellus to deal with. Okay.
Oh, I know. I was wondering about that because Marcellus fell in love with you in your
This is crazy.
season.
What the hell's going? Okay.
Did you know you were such a stud before you did this show?
No, I was like sitting around and I'm like, how come I'm not getting any love here? What's going on? Everyone was talking about everyone else, and I was sitting
You
here.
weren't getting any love.
No one was like, hey, you look good in those shorts or something.
Right. And then you went on this show, and now Marcellus, as you know, during your season, began calling you the Iraqi peach.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Which I still hear him saying on the feeds.
I'm now the Muslim Brad Pitt. Did you hear?
I heard that, too. Oh, and Kaysar, I don't know if you've seen the footage, but when they say he is the Muslim Brad Pitt, it's a shot of you in the backyard, like washing off in the water. It's all in slow motion, and it's like middling down your chest.
I didn't think I'm like, no one's going to pick up on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kaysar. The Kaysar mania actually has gotten so much bigger than it was your first season. I just hope you're ready to get out into the world.
All over the internet.
No,
Playgirl. Will you do Playgirl?
Hell no.
How about if you're covered up with Playgirl?
No.
Just a side butt cheek shot.
No, I can't do that.
One side
You
butt.
can't do that? 25,000.
No.
50.
I cannot be bought.
He doesn't compromise.
Love this man.
I love that
Look,
you're trying to like
there was a
whittle him
veto
down.
comp.
A belly button shot.
There was a veto comp. I was in my boxers. You know what? America, that's all you're going to get.
That's
The
it.
boxers is as low as he goes.
That is it.
The rest is for the right woman.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Jeremy in Illinois. Jeremy in Illinois. Have you got a question?
Yeah, I have two questions, very short ones.
Okay.
First, I'd like to say, quoting your favorite fan of yours, Howie, what up, Kaysar?
What's up, Jeremy?
Anyway, first question is, hadn't you been evicted last night? Because my other question about your morals was answered earlier. Had you not been evicted last night, who would you evict if you won HOH? And the second question is, if you were to take between Janelle and Erika to the final two, who would you take and why?
At this point in time in the game, I would take Erika to the final two because I know I can win against her. I mean, no one's going to vote for Erika
Because she's a floater.
because she's floating. Who would I have predicted to win HOH? Janelle, because she's winning everything.
She is.
It's crazy. I mean, she's got luck and skill, by her side.
Yeah.
And if I was to stay in the game, I think it would have been a very different game. There would have been no Danielle James alliance because I would have never joined that alliance. In which case, there would be no Legion of Doom. It would have been a very different game. But I called it in the DR. I don't know if they showed that footage. But they said, they're like, what would happen if you stayed? I'm like, it would be a different game. There would be less secret alliances because I'm not taking deals.
Right.
And simple.
Right. Leslie in South Carolina, have you got a question for Kaysar?
Yes, I do. What up, Kaysar?
What up, Leslie?
I was just wondering if you ever get a chance to do another Big Brother season, would you do it?
I don't know how that's possible, but let's just say it is.
Last time it was possible, America voted you back in. Would you go back in this time?
I mean, what edition would it be this time around?
It would be your fourth time.
Right,
Would you go back into the game now? Would you go back in if they voted you in?
My God, I'd have to really have lost my mind.
Jay said 25,000. He'd do it for 25,000.
25,000?
Do you need money to go back in, or just America's a vote?
I think it would be just straight up crazy. I think I got to try something else.
You're done.
I got to try something else. I mean, I love the love that's just pouring out. Out of just every nook and cranny. It's just awesome. But come on, isn't it time to just we got to try something else now?
What do you want to try? What do you want to try? You want to try Amazing Race with me?
You know what? Amazing Race would be awesome.
Are we doing an interview or a hard sell on more buddy time with Kaysar?
I'm working.
Yeah, okay. I would do Amazing Race, but I don't know if Amazing Race wants me.
Right.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. Is there any other than Big Brother? What's your favorite reality show?
I think Amazing Race is awesome because it's such a great experience. You don't have to get cooped up for such a long time, and you know what? It's clean fun. You don't have to screw everyone. You don't have to backstab and hurt other people, and that's good.
And you get to see the world.
Yeah.
And you get to see the world.
Cool.
And you know what? If I'm not going to do reality TV, I'm going to try my hand in other things, other TV.
Are you really?
Acting? Are you taking acting classes?
I've been in acting classes for the past 3 months in.
Oh, you have?
Wow,
Oh, good.
good.
Congratulations, Kaysar. You're
Yeah.
going to take those long lashes into some agent. Wow, everybody, aren't you?
She loves your long lashes.
I know. I talk about your lashes all the
Did you
time.
see it? Look.
I know.
I mean, they're
I
bursting
say
my
that.
cheek.
That's what I say. I say that when you're here being interviewed, it tickles my face. These lashes are so long. Oh, we're going to take a break, but it's going to be so fast. You're barely going to have time to think of your next question. So don't go anywhere. You're watching House Calls, the Big Brother talk show at CBS.com.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to House Calls with Gretchen, Bunky, and Kaysar. 323-CBS-1000. Okay, now this is my prediction that I did at the very beginning. I did this the other season, where I based it on nothing except my woman's intuition, which has been dwindling each season.
It's going to be like week 1. Like last year, you thought it was going to be that week 1.
I think I did. See, that shows you how much I know. I had Kaysar leaving last season, week 1. I know. I didn't know he was the Muslim Brad Pitt yet. I had no idea.
Who knew? And this is week
It was just
5.
starting.
We're in week 5 now.
Yes, so let's see what I thought, how long I thought you would stay in the game.
Drum roll.
Week 9.
Wow.
Week 9. But I knew you would be a huge target. There was so much talk about you with King Kaysar and all of that during the last season that's why I didn't put you at the final 3, because I had a feeling there would be too many people gunning for you because of your strategies and the way that you definitely seem to be the leader in whatever group and alliance that you are working with.
Are you a natural leader?
Get you out.
Yeah. Are you a natural leader in your regular life?
I'm not the guy who likes to take all the credit. You know, I don't like to put myself out there and say, this is what we're going to do. I like to get people involved and get people's opinions, because someone who just immediately wants to go full force and say, this is how it's going to be, and that's it, I don't really consider those people leaders. I don't know if I'm a leader. I don't know. I just do my thing, and I try to incorporate everybody.
What is your thing? Do you know what he does in real life?
Because people... Oh, what he does in real life?
Yeah, do people know what you do in real life? I don't know what he does.
I know. It had something to do with computers, right? Something?
Design.
Design.
Yeah.
Graphic design.
Graphic design?
That's what Kaysar
Okay.
In North Carolina, Penny, you're on House Calls.
Hi, Gretchen and Bunky.
Hi.
Hey, Kaysar, how are you?
Hi. Good.
I wanted to let you know you're one of my favorite players because you're very charismatic, and I know what your downfall is. It's that you're a gentleman and you have so much integrity, and I wanted to know if you were more assertive with the women, do you think it would have turned out better or worse? And are you going to keep your hair buzzed? It looks good.
Okay. Yeah, I guess being a gentleman in the Big Brother house doesn't really work out to my advantage. But that's who I am. I'm just going to be myself, and that's what happens. I guess the nice guys do finish last in the Big Brother house, and there's no way around it. As far as aligning myself with the women, was that what?
Well, yeah, did you say being more assertive with the women, or did you say aligning with the women?
Assertive. He kind of
assertive.
Like last year, he gave up one of the competitions because he trusted them too much.
Oh, so I trust women too much.
You trust the women too much. So you're saying he been a little more skeptical of them or their motives? I guess I'm not understanding how could he have been assertive.
Well, who was I supposed to look at?
at?
Who was I supposed to look out for this time around that I didn't look out for? I mean, I didn't trust Diane when she was pretty much pouring her heart out. I didn't trust Allison, even though I thought she was a very nice girl. Danielle also wanted me to trust her and take deals, and I didn't. Erika, even, who was probably the most endearing of all of them, was trying to connect with me, and I felt still betrayed me. I kind of said, you know what, that's fine. Maybe we can be friends afterwards, but not in the house. I don't feel like I really trusted any of the women.
Yeah.
Wow. So Erika was trying to use her sexuality to get you to be on her side?
She
I just think she had a crush on you.
But I thought she was dating Booger, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, did you notice anything between those two?
Yeah, they were definitely flirting and doing stuff in the hot tub, and I was like, hey, leave me out of this weirdo triangle that you're having.
Thank you.
In Pennsylvania, Jackie, you're on House Calls.
Hey, hi, Kaysar.
Hi, Jackie.
I wanted to tell you that you are my favorite house guest.
Thank you.
And I just also wanted to say that regarding Janelle, you know, she did not sell you or the alliance out. So I hope that, you'll look into that, because it seems like there's a lot of Janelle haters out there.
here's the thing. I do believe that Janelle and James play a different game. Janelle plays for herself within the realm of the alliance.
Right.
James plays for himself outside of the alliance. That's how it works.
Oh, interesting.
David in New Jersey, have you got a question for Kaysar?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Hey, Kaysar, how are you? What's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, happy to talk to you. Sorry to see
Likewise.
you go.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have gone too, but, you know, it's my time.
I've been watching Big Brother since season 1, and I think Big Brother 6 was my favorite season because of you guys.
Don't hurt Bunky's
No, it's
feelings.
quite all right. You guys have a lot of drama, and you deserve it.
But I feel bad that you left because you're one of the most honest people in the house, and I guess that's what was against you because you're not like the rest of them, and you have integrity, and, you know, we're all proud of you for that. But my question is, Howie and you are my favorite on season 6.
I know you're a Howie fan.
Yeah, but why is he acting so different this year?
Why do I think what?
He's acting different this year. He seems to be like a little crazy.
Yeah, what's happening?
I know.
Talk about Howie, okay?
Different? I think he's exactly the same.
No, he's turned it up a notch, I think.
Oh, and his
intense?
ridiculous, like, sexist behavior in the boobies?
Yeah, I think what happened with Howie is he saw his behavior created a fan base, got him back on the show, and worked for him the first time around. So he probably thought, well, more of that would give him even more popularity.
Right.
And he's just really, I mean, but it's getting out of control.
It is.
I mean, he is, oh, God, I can't even, I was like, Howie, you're driving me nuts. I mean, with everything, the boobies and the degradation and the flatulence.
Yeah.
Oh, he just walks around farting?
All the time.
And they complain about George.
Stop. George, they were a duo.
They're like a fart competition?
Oh,
Right.
no. And they've got their Jedi training going
The
on
Jedi
together.
training and you know, pumping fists and it was crazy. What are you guys doing?
I know.
Grow up.
And then
Grow
and the constant dancing. And it was,
They're dancing and there's no music, is there?
well, sometimes there was music.
Oh, and they would dance to the music.
But you know what?
And then, don't forget...
It wasn't really dancing.
Oh, it was just moving. And then how he was sexually hitting on Will and, like, touching him. And
Will, Marcellus, every other male in the house.
Everyone.
What's that all? Is he just
every
trying to,
female?
Is he trying to throw you off, or is he bisexual? What's going on with that?
He's not bisexual, I don't think. But he's just crazy.
He's just
crazy.
So I think it's part of his strategy.
I
Just to
don't.
totally put you out of a mind space that you don't know how to deal with.
I think that gives him too much credit. Too much credit. I mean, how many times do we need to say he's in emotionally arrested development? He is at a crisis point.
Right.
And that's who he is. Like, wait, we just established this earlier, Kaysar. You truly are who you really are once you go in the house. Your qualities may get exaggerated, but if Will was incapable of dishonesty in the outside world, no way could he come in and turn it on like this.
Right, exactly.
If Howie was an even-keeled, respectful human being who truly had a sense of self and some real self-esteem, he couldn't go in there and act like a jackass. The truth is, he doesn't have a lot. He's very insecure, so he's overcompensating. But it's not a good plan.
It's not a strategy to win
It's no secret. Howie and I have not been getting along since that of last season. We just don't get along.
Okay. That's some friction.
Yes.
Well, you know, if Howie obviously was studying to be a Jedi well before season 6.
Yes, I know.
You know, so just to add to that.
Sarah in Texas, you're on House Calls.
Hi.
Hey.
So I'm Kaysar.
What's up?
I just wanted to say you made us Muslims proud around the world.
Thank you.
And I have a question for you, actually.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask, would you be friends with James outside the house after you saw what he did to your alliance?
Yes, I would. I would definitely be friends with James because, you know, after season 6, I've definitely grown thicker skin. I understand it's a game. James didn't make any attacks against my religion, my race. He didn't. There were no low blows.
Right.
He was playing the game.
Right.
Good.
You know, and that's fair. And you know, we still hugged it out at the end. And I know he likes me as a person. He was playing the game. I have to say though, he definitely took the easy way out. You know, it's easier. I could have took the easy way out and took a stab at him when he wasn't ready for it.
Right.
But I didn't. I knew he was going to defect. I could have been like, look, I know you're going to defect. I'll take you out now.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right.
But I didn't. So, you know what? Some people think it's a brilliant move. Some people are going to side with him. But you know what? I don't think it was. It's definitely easier to stab someone in the back than be loyal.
Very true. Russell in Connecticut, you're on House Calls, the Big Brother talk show.
Hey, Kaysar. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Russell.
Hey, I just want to say I was at the CBS Morning Show Plaza the day you were campaigning. I got up at 2 in the morning to get there. I just wanted to say you made me really proud. I think you did a great job there being yourself.
Thank you.
And how did that make you feel? Because they flew very few people out to the plaza. So knowing you were one of the ones, did that make you feel good and help you in the house?
Actually, little secret, I flew myself out to the plaza.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. I heard, there was going to be people out there, and I hadn't been to New York before, and I knew there was going to be excitement, and there was going to be people that were going to come and show up, and I love, the one-on-one interaction. I love, it's not all about, waving at a distance and telling people you love them and thanks for the support. Talk to the people, show them that you appreciate them. I don't want to be idolized. I don't want to be made out to be this big thing. I'm a normal guy too, and so I can hang out with everyone else. And I wanted to be right there, front row in the crowd.
Was it fun?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you surprised when you were voted back in, or did you sort of suspect that you would be? Because they had already voted you back in.
Yeah, I knew I had a lot of support. But you just don't know what's going to happen. And I didn't want to take it for granted. And, I've been accused of being arrogant and all that. I know what it is that's out there. I know who I am. And so when I come forward with something, I'm pretty confident with it. So I didn't want to come out and say, I'm going to get voted back in, because you just don't know.
Right.
And so it just shows that you're kind of, I don't want to come off as arrogant and unappreciative.
Yeah.
I want people to come out. I want people to vote. I want people to know that I really do care.
Were you surprised at the number of people from your season that were voted back in?
Yeah. Well, if you see what happened, it was season 6 and season 5, the most recent seasons.
Mm-hmm. Short attention span, I think, here is the problem.
So people remember us the most. So as much as I want to believe that I'm the best thing that ever happened to Big Brother, but we were the most recent. We were the most memorable. People like us, and we had a good season. And not to mention, it was all season 5 and season 6, so that tells you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened with Bunky.
Oh, no.
I think so.
I
was just happy
People
to
from
make
the
the
earlier
top 20.
seasons, honestly, I think
If Bunky Mania took place season 5,
Exactly.
it would have been something different.
I can't believe you remember Bunky Mania. So you
Bunky
actually watched
Mania.
season 2?
I watched clips, but you know what?
Okay.
Will and Boogie talk about you a lot.
What is that all about?
Oh,
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Oh, they love you, man.
Yeah, right. And I haven't talked to them in 5 years. That is amazing. They're obsessed with me.
Shows what an impact you made.
I don't really like him so much.
I know.
Is it pronounced Kaysar or Kaysar?
Kaysar.
Kaysar. Okay.
Kaysar. What up, Kaysar?
What
Do you
up,
have any
Kaysar?
final thoughts? Because we are wrapping out. Anything you want to say to your fans and family and friends?
Well, much like the evil doctor once stated, season 2, thank you, America!
Yay! And thank you, Kaysar, so much for coming on the show. It's a pleasure and
Thank
very
you.
sad
You're
to talk
awesome,
to
man.
you always. Happy belated birthday. Enjoy your real life and the abundance of new fans that you have created. I wish you luck
Definitely.
with your performing career, and
very
hopefully
much.
we'll see you around soon.
I hope so, too.
Okay, everybody else, we've got some feed watching to do this weekend. Another exciting episode on Sunday night, and right back here Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific for House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show. Thanks for tuning in.
Ready for you.